For problem number 14, it says the function f is defined by the equation above, which is f of x is equal to 2 raised to the x plus 1. Which of the following is the graph of y of negative f of x? Well, remember, guys, that f of x, right, f of x is really like y. So when I say negative f of x, I'm really saying negative y, okay? And so what I'm looking for is, and when we just change the y from positive to negative, we're going to flip over the x-axis. And so the key here, we don't necessarily have the graph of this, so let's look at the graph of that function. So I'm going to say, let's clear this out. What was it? 2 to the x, 2 raised to the x plus 1. Okay. And so if I graph that, well, I got a bunch of stuff on here. Let's turn some of this stuff off. Plots off 4. And window standard 6. All right. So now to negate that, I want the negative of that. So that's the original function. So what I can do is I can put a negative sign and then put the, a negative of the function. So I would say 2 raised to the x. Oops, just one x. X plus 1. And now if I graph that, it'll flip it right over the x-axis. And the question is, what is the negative of it? So I'm really looking for a graph that looks like the red line that crosses through negative 2. It has a y-intercept of negative 2. And so as you look here, I think it's it could be option number C or option number D. Now, the way to determine if it's C or D is the y-intercept, right? This you could do mathematically. If I have negative f of x, then that's negative 2 to the x plus 1. Well, then the negative of f of 0, right, because the y-axis crosses at 0, then I get the negative of 2 to the 0 plus 1. Well, 2 to the 0 is just 1 plus 1, and then you have the negative sign in the front, so it's negative 2. So the y-intercept is negative 2. Now, I knew that just by looking at my graph, right? This occurs right here. And so I think C is the correct answer. And it is. D is not the correct answer because this is crossing at the point 0, 1. In other words, the y-intercept wouldn't work. Okay, so this isn't it. Cool, cool, cool.